Alright, I know I left it back here somewhere, but I don't know exactly where it's at. It's been a while. No. Ah, there it is. Welcome back, buddy. So we decided to dig this one out, and we can't let the 500i's rule the big 70cc class for much longer. So we're going to see if we can make our Bigbore keep up with those darn 500i's. Let me know if you think we can do it. But at Sawfest, Sean Carr had a smoking fast 572 run in the 85cc class. Well, 572s, they're only about 71cc stock. This one's pushing 79, and we're going to see if we can make it run like Sean's did, or we got a few extra cc's, maybe we can make it run a little better. But we're going to try a few tricks to get this one running right, and I think I know how we do it. But this beautiful specimen here has been sitting for probably over a year, and we're going to try firing it off. Alright, oil tank all topped off. I don't know. I think these Husky flippy caps might be better than the stihl. Top off the fuel as well. Still our 40-to-1 Dominator mix. Alrighty, moment of truth. Push our handy dandy primer bulb. You guys a fan of these or no? Let me know in the comments if you like your primer bulbs. Hey! So this one has a little bit of an idle problem. Now that was self-inflicted. So when we first did it, I notched the throttle plate on the carburetor. Well, I went a little bit too far, so we need to dial that back some. Luckily, I got another carburetor here now. So before we swap the carb, we'll go over a few things I saw. Started as a Husky 565. And 565 is basically just a detuned 572. We dyed this one all black. So the 565 is basically just a low top 572, a little bit detuned from the factory, but chassis are the same, everything else is the same. So you can see here's the high top filter, here's the low top filter. Definitely more filter area, but this is a nicer, sleeker look with this top cover. Now on your 5 Series mufflers, that one is already modified. That's one of our medium deflectors. And we went a little bit extra on our Bigbore. That's one of our wide deflectors, double stamp, and opened up more underneath. But let's take a look at a stock one real quick. So we got the stock one here. We got our normal work saw mod. So if you send your saw in, this is what you get. And then we got this extra obnoxious Bigbore type. So that's where the sound difference plus the CC comes in. So if you are building, if you have one of these 5 Series, you want to build it yourself, we sell these deflectors that you can put on just like that, or you can ship us your whole muffler. We'll modify your muffler. Check out our website, worksaws.com, for the products and service information. And if you'd like to schedule a porting appointment, we'll take care of the muffler mod, everything for you at that time. Now the next thing, we already did it on this one, and we do it on most of our work saw builds too, but a timing advance. Muffler mod timing advance is going to get you about that first 10% of the power. Then if you send it in, we'll get you another 10-15% more. So I got a couple things I think are going to fix this one. Alright, so we're definitely going to start with taking this carburetor off. Got our T25s back here, and we'll take this one off. We'll pinch off our fuel line just so we don't lose a ton of fuel everywhere. We pull these bolts right out of the way, we can get to it a bit easier. Maybe. Undo all of our electrical connections. Just like that. There we go. Alright, so we got our carburetor out. Now these blades, they're not true circles. I mean, yeah, this one has notches and everything, but they're not true circles. So let's get this one out of here. Time to do some sexy shit. Do that, do that.
Think of it.
Do the thick of it. There goes the shit hound.
Yeah.
Go shit hound, go.
Like his winter weight's picking up on him.
Most of that is really fur though.
Yeah, I know. Look at the condom bath the other day. He blew right up.
There's some gooses. Watch out, shit hound. Alright, I might have to take one of those down sometime. But we're gonna head out back and pluck some trees out that got hung up. Hopefully. So Dad got some trees hung up. We're gonna go pluck those out real quick and we'll be back. Got a bunch of slab wood from the Amish that came through and did some milling. So we'll be cutting some of that up too. That's good in season. That's about 2 years going on now. Alright, now we gotta see which one it is that's hung up. Looks like that big one right there.
Coming at us.
Right there, that one. So let's back up a wee bit more. We'll get it ripped off the stump. Nobody ever said we were good at this tree cutting stuff. Any more tractor? Got a little dirt, but we got her down.
You were videoing my logging skills, weren't you?
Yeah, we were getting your logging skills on camera for the whole world to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll make a couple days worth of firewood at least. You know, Charlie dog. Say hi, Charlie dog. So we just had to run outside real quick. Wanted to make sure Dad wasn't going to thump himself in the head with a tree. But all went well. So we'll get this one pulled out. Now I need to make it like this one but less. So let me go grind on it real quick. Just like that. Alrighty. So we will try that. Let's go back and put it in our carb. So just like turning the idle screw, you want to make sure that you don't go too crazy. Little changes do make a big difference. Since these aren't true round, I need to get a little piece of wire here and rotate this blade to where it seats closed. There we go. Got full function. And you can see this is an awful small carb to be feeding that much power, but we're definitely going to see if we can make it work. Alright, alright. Get this back in the rubber. Gotta hook up our throttle cable. So we want all the go-go juice we got. Vroom, 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 vroom. Alright, good and tight there. Good and tight there. So we got our carb all on. Everything appears to be routed like it's supposed to. Everything seems to be working. Well, we'll put our air cleaner back on. Give it a couple of pumps just to get through the system. Alright, that's sounding pretty promising. So we'll have to take this out to the wood pile, test those modifications. And if you noticed, we got this pretty new 28-inch Husqvarna light bar. just wanted to say thank you to the gentleman that was so kind to gift this to us. And we're going to put it to good use right here today. He dropped this bar and a couple of chains off, actually. Brand new Oregon 72s. I'm not sure exactly which one that is, but Oregon 72 on the driver. They got the fancy marks on it. If you know, leave a comment. Let me know exactly which chain this is. Came in the generic boxes. He said he buys it by the roll and breaks and spins his own chain. So just want to say thank you again. We really appreciate it. And also thank you for the business dropping off your 592. We'll take super good care of it. And just real quick, I plan on adding them to the store, but I've had a few people ask what we do to the 592 mufflers. So let me bring you in real quick. I'll show you exactly what we do. So for the muffler mod on the 592s, they already come with an empty can and a rather large outlet. But what we do here is we'll take off this factory deflector, open up the hole underneath, and we'll trim up and install one of our double stamped medium wide. So you can see we're about the same size width wise as the factory. Ends up being a little bit bigger once it's on there. And the way we do it with the TIG braze, you can still utilize the factory screen if you need, but it's all opened up with a larger outlet and it won't melt your brake flag. Double stamped medium wide deflectors, those will be on the site as you're watching this. So those will be on the site as you're watching this if you're interested. But that's how we do the 592 muffler mods, and also 7310s if you're an Echo fan. But we won't say that too loud since this is a Husky video. Alright, let me tighten this chain up, and we're going to take this out and see if we can't blow it up. I mean, if we can't make some more firewood. You know, these iron sleeves, I've got kind of a love-hate relationship with them. I kind of love to hate them sometimes. They are fun, but it seems like I've always got some kind of issue. That 85cc racer, yep, you know, it did its thing. And this one, yep, it's locked up a couple of times. So, you know, I really want to get these all dialed in before we offer them. I've only got one of them working correctly. And believe it or not, it was about the first one I ever did. So let me grab my earmuffs and we'll go out and we'll get cutting. Alrighty, here we have it. Our Bigbore 572, 565. I don't know what we need to name this one to. I don't know, since we're chasing down 500 eyes, maybe the Reaper. Leave a comment and let me know what you think about that. Sorry guys, it's a little windy out here. I could... Now off idles where I always had the problem, coming back to an idle. So we'll see, it sounds like it when it's warm now, it might be just a touch low, but we'll block up this piece and see what it does. I think we're good and warm, so like I said, we're gonna block this up. Let's see how it restarts. Yep, see, it still does it. So that says it wants a little bit more air. So it needed high idle. shouldn't do that. It just wants high idle. So I'll go, you can see that high idle's all it takes. And it stays running. So I'll have to play with the carb just a bit. Trying to, it just won't do it. All right, well, it's not quite there yet. This definitely isn't taking any 500 eyes, even though they're the same displacement now. So we'll be going back into this one, but we can get that carb dialed in, put some more extreme porting in it. I've learned a lot over this last year or so since I did build this. I think we can dial this one right in. All right, well, we got all that cut up, but I just don't think it's quite where we need to be. It looks the part, sounds the part, just doesn't pack the punch we're looking for. Definitely not beating any modded 500 eyes that we do. I think this is probably pretty far behind, and according to the dyno runs, pretty far behind where even that clone 372 was. So that's the benchmark to beat. But as long as you guys like this, we'll bring it back. We'll try and dial in this cylinder a little bit better, put a little bit better porting in it, and we'll make this actually run the part that it looks. But check out one of these two videos here, and thanks a lot.